Formula One is once again being accused of hiding key information to manufacture drama for the broadcast. And this time, Ferrari boss Fred Vasseur is not having it. After the Chinese Grand Prix, Vasseur launched a scathing attack on F1's commercial arm, FOM, for deliberately omitting a key team radio message from Lewis Hamilton that could have completely changed how fans viewed the Ferrari team order situation. Here's what actually happened. During the race in Shanghai, Hamilton was clearly struggling. Charles Leclerc, despite front-wing damage from lap 1, was quicker and closing fast. As soon as Leclerc got within range, Hamilton came on the radio and said, "I think I'm going to let Charles go because I'm struggling." Pretty clear, right? But was it broadcast live? Number. The message never made it to the world feed. What was broadcast was a later message, where Hamilton sounds hesitant. When he's closer, yes. That clip went viral. Hamilton was criticized for resisting team orders. Leclerc was criticized for being too pushy. But the full radio exchange, which only surfaced later, proves it was Hamilton himself who first suggested the swap. Vasseur was furious. "This is a joke from the FOM. The first call came from Lewis. But to make a show, to create drama, they only broadcast the second part," he told the media after the race. F1 later responded, saying the message was accidentally skipped due to other situations developing at the time, and claimed there was no intention to mislead. But let's be honest, how many times have we seen this before? How often are fans only given part of the picture, all in the name of good TV? This isn't just about what makes it into the broadcast. It's about how that edit shapes public perception, impacts a driver's reputation, and fuels toxic debate between fan bases based on incomplete context. If Formula One wants to be respected as a top-tier sport, transparency should not be optional. Full radio messages, full context, no cherry-picking. So let's ask the real questions. Did the FOM deliberately manipulate the narrative? Was Hamilton unfairly portrayed? And is Vasseur right to demand more honesty from the broadcast team? Let us know what you think in the comments. We read everyone. Just 2 races into the 2025 season, Red Bull is set to drop Liam Lawson and replace him with Yuki Tsunoda for the next Grand Prix in Japan. Yes, after only 2 race weekends, the New Zealander is being removed from the top seat at the team, with Tsunoda stepping in. The decision, reportedly made during a meeting in Dubai this week involving team boss Christian Horner, is expected to be confirmed shortly. Even by Red Bull's cutthroat standards, this move has stunned the paddock. And frankly, it raises serious questions about what's really going on inside Red Bull right now. Was Lawson's start bad? Yes, but bad enough to warrant this? Let's be honest, Lawson's performances in Australia and China weren't great. He qualified 18th in Melbourne, crashed out in the rain, and started last in both the sprint and the main race in Shanghai. But here's the thing, the car he's driving is fundamentally flawed, and even Max Verstappen has said so. Verstappen has publicly admitted the 2025 Red Bull is at best the 4th fastest car on the grid, behind McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes. He's delivering results not because of the car, but despite it. So why is Red Bull treating Lawson like the car's failings are his fault? Tsunoda is now getting the chance, after being overlooked just months ago. Let's not forget, Tsunoda wasn't picked for the seat in the offseason. Red Bull chose Lawson, reportedly believing he had the mental resilience to survive next to Verstappen. Tsunoda, despite having 4 full seasons of experience and slightly better head-to-head stats, was passed over. Now, after just 2 races, they're flipping that decision without giving Lawson any real runway to prove himself. That's not strategy, that's panic. Is Red Bull losing the plot? This is just the latest in a long line of questionable moves. Last year, Red Bull offered Sergio Perez a new 2-year contract. Despite clear signs his performance was fading, they passed on Carlos Sainz, who was available after signing Hamilton at Ferrari. Then they paid millions to terminate Perez's deal early, only to burn through Lawson after 2 weekends. This isn't a structured plan. This is a team scrambling for answers while refusing to address the real issue, the car itself. Verstappen isn't impressed, and that should worry Red Bull. According to sources close to the team, Max Verstappen doesn't agree with Lawson being dropped. In his view, the problem lies with the car, not with whoever's sitting in the second seat. And that should be a massive warning sign. Verstappen has kept quiet through a lot, but if he starts losing faith in Red Bull's decisions, especially when they're clearly short-sighted, that could cause real problems for team harmony going forward. Because the truth is, no second driver is going to survive in that seat if the car remains this difficult and the pressure stays this high. What this really tells us about Red Bull right now, this isn't just about Lawson. It's about a top team making one short-term decision after another, with no real long-term vision. Lawson might not have delivered immediately, but he was never truly given the tools or time to settle in. And in the harshest environment on the grid, that's not just unfair. It's damaging for the driver, for the program, and eventually for the team's reputation. Let us know what you think in the comments. We read all of them, and if you want more real, unfiltered F1 insight without the PR spin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Paddock Insider, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. We'll see you in the next one. And with the way this season's going, Suzuka could be the most explosive Grand Prix of the year.